Hi, good afternoon. How is everybody? I hope you guys are doing well today. Welcome, welcome. So today we're going to do a fairly, almost everything in yoga is really works on zipping up our core and our posture and all that jazz, but it's really important to have a strong core. We worked on our lower back and hamstrings last time, so today we're going to work on our core. Some stuff and things. If you guys are like, hey, I need some different things, you guys can check out the YouTube channel. It is at Heart and Soul BJJ and Fitness. We post every stream that we do here on Twitch 24 hours after. Be sure to smash that follow. Well, I guess not smash it. You follow us once. It'd be cool. And if you want to subscribe, that's awesome. I do a yoga stream every single Wednesday at 1:15 Pacific Standard Time. Right now, I am currently in school for my yoga teaching certification. So I am about halfway through that, which is super exciting. It should be done in like 2 months, I believe, is what I got left. So that's awesome. Go ahead and get your mat, grab a blanket or a towel if you want to, and then a block or a thick book would work really well today. Of course, grab some water for yourself. And we are going to get started. We are actually going to start in Tadasana this afternoon, standing. So line your hips over your heart over hips over your knees, knees over ankles, heart over hips, head over heart. Thinking a very straight line zipping up from our tailbone all the way up to the crown of our head. We're tucking our tailbone underneath slightly, so we're rounding our hips forward. Slight micro bend in the knees. Take a moment. Inhale and elevate your shoulders up to your ears. Exhale, rotate them back and depress them down and together. Let your hands fall naturally at your sides, facing inwards. Send your gaze slightly out and up, chin parallel to the floor. Take a deep breath here as you've opened up your heart space. Try to relax through the knees, relax through the glutes, even as we're rounding through the tailbone down towards the earth. Lift your toes off the floor. So just to check in, make sure we're pressing into all four corners of the feet. Excellent. Now we're going to be silly. And we're going to rotate our hands back and forth. Loosening up, creating heat in the body. If you're doing this at home, you can be as silly as you want to. Remember to keep a slight micro bend in the knees. Go ahead and let your hands fall naturally as you rotate back and forth. We're just trying to create heat in the body here, trying to get some blood flow going, rotating the spine, warming up our spine. You can bend your knees if you want to, get a little silly with it. We're listening to the sound of our breath. Maybe taking an Ujjayi breath here, pressing the tongue up to the top palate, to the roof of your mouth, constricting or restricting your breathing. Good. Exhale, slow it on down, coming back to Tadasana. Inhale, root to rise, bending our knees, sending our palms out and up overhead. Inhale in. We're going to grab the left wrist with our right arm and extend up on an inhale. On exhale, we're going to send our body over the crown of our head, our hands over to the right side. Inhale, coming in, switch your hands. Exhale, going over to the left side. Inhale to center. Exhale, switching our hands, pulling up, going over to the right side. Inhale in. Exhale, going to the left side. Excellent. Go ahead and roll the shoulders a little bit. Listening to the sound of our breath as we rotate back. Maybe exhaling, rotating forward. Good, releasing it all down. Wonderful. Inhale, reach to rise, hands up overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Plant the palms, step or hop back to plank. Exhale, chaturanga, lower and hover. Lower all the way down. Inhale, looking up, baby cobra. Exhale, release. Inhale, curling the back toes underneath, planting the palms. Inhale, big breath of energy. Push up. Exhale, sending our hips up. Send hips up and back. Downward facing dog. Pedal it out, using your breath to dictate your movement here. Slight bend in the elbows, pressing our belly towards our thighs. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, step or hop up to forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, root to rise, coming all the way up. Hands overhead. Exhale, hands to heart. Follow it all the way through. Forward fold. Plant the palms. Step or hop back into plank. Exhale, lower chaturanga. Inhale, looking up. Cobra. Exhale it back down. Plant the palms. Curl the back toes underneath. Inhale, push up. Plank. Exhale, think of sending your hips up and over a hurdle as we send them back into downward facing dog. Pedaling it out. Finding some stillness here. Inhale, lifting the right leg, keeping the toes curled down, three-legged dog. Exhale, bringing that right knee to the right elbow in a one-legged plank. Inhale, sending it back, three-legged dog. Exhale, right knee to left elbow. Twisting one-legged plank. Inhale, send it back, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose, step through. Plant the palms. Inhale up. You can either stay here and hover, hovering your hands over the floor. We want to make sure we're still lifted in our core here. Or inhale all the way up, crescent lunge. Exhale, come forward, plant the palms. Step the foot back and plank, holding here. We send your heels towards the back edge of your mat. And we are engaging in the core. Good. Exhale, lower and hover chaturanga. Exhale all the way down, coming to the tops of your feet. Inhale, push up and away from the earth, upward facing dog. Exhale, hips up and back, downward dog. Pedaling it out. Inhale, lift the left leg, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to the left elbow in a one-legged plank. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to right elbow. Good. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose, step up. The low lunge. You can hover your fingertips off the floor here, or inhaling up through the core, crescent lunge. Exhale, plant the palms back down, sending that foot back to meet the left, to meet the right, excuse me. Plank pose. Engaging in the transverse abdominis here. We're tightening up in the core, pressing up and away from the earth. Keep your shoulders away from your ears. Good. Exhale, lower and hover, chaturanga. Exhale all the way down, plant the feet, come to the tops of the feet. Inhale, look up, baby cobra. You can go full cobra if you want to, or even in upward facing dog. Exhale, come back down, curl the back toes. Inhale, push up to plank. Exhale, send our hips up and back. Downward facing dog. Inhale, look forward, get ready to step or hop up into forward fold. Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, root to rise, come all the way up, send your arms up and overhead. Exhale, hands to heart. Spread your fingers wide in this hands to heart, and inhale your chest into your thumbs. So we're really opening up through the chest. Soft micro bend in the knees. Lift the toes off the floor. Good. Heel toe your feet together. Root to rise. Inhale up. Think a big ball of energy between your hands. Exhale, we're going to send our hips down and back as we squeeze our thighs together in chair. Draw your shoulder blades down and back here. Engage in the abdomen. Engage in your core. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale. Bring deepen your chair pose just a little bit more. Lift your toes off the mat. Excellent. Deep breath in. On your next exhale, release it all down. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, root to rise, come all the way up. Send your fingertips up overhead. Inhale, come up onto your toes. Exhale, release back down. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Plant the palms. Step or hop back to plank. You can take a vinyasa here if you'd like. And we're going to meet in downward facing dog. Listen to the sound of your breath and set an intention for your practice. Maybe it's to find stability or balance. Maybe it's to achieve some peace today. Maybe it's to be kind to yourself and be loving. The intention that I'm setting for our practice today is to find stability and have good foundations for everything that we do. Inhale, and on your next exhale, exhale through your mouth in a lion's breath, releasing all the air from your lungs and from your diaphragm. Good. Inhale, let's do it again. One more time. Excellent. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, step or hop up into forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, root to rise. Send your arms up and overhead as you come tall. Exhale, hands to heart. Take a deep breath here. On the exhale, we're going to step our right foot back. Straighten that front leg. Inhale, arms up overhead. Exhale, we're going to fold forward over that front knee. And triangle. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, turn that back foot so it's parallel with the back edge of your mat. Bend that front knee and send those arms out to your side, sending your gaze over your front fingertips, warrior two. Inhale, drop the left arm, drop the right arm to the left arm, up and back. Inhale, come up. Exhale, drop the left arm, sending your right arm up and forward. Inhale, come up. Go ahead and turn that front foot so it's parallel with the side of your mat. Inhale, bend your knees, come up. Exhale, we're going to bend straight through, straight forward. Can't see you guys. And so we're going to come, and I want you to actually see how I'm doing this. I'm stacking my head over my heart. And the only thing that's different, my hips are still in alignment with my legs here. My toes are pointing forward or even slightly out. There's a slight external rotation here, depending on if you have good knees or not. If you have bad knees, I don't recommend sending them straight forward. Sending our arms out, drawing our shoulder blades down and back. Inhaling, flexing our hands so we're imagining we're pressing against a wall. Engaging in our core here. Exhale, you can sink a little bit more into this horse stance. Listening to the sound of your breath, using your breath to help you deepen the posture, to help you get through the difficulty. Your quads might be on fire, your hamstrings might be on fire. Inhale, come up. Arms up overhead. Exhale, you can bring your hands to your hips, and we are going to send our chest out and over in a wide-legged forward fold. Inhale to flat back. Exhale, wide-legged forward fold. Excellent. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, step up to the front part of your mat. Back into Tadasana. Wonderful. Inhale, root to rise. Send your arms up and overhead. Exhale, hands to heart. Step that left foot back. We are in triangle. Or we're preparing for a triangle. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold over that front leg. Inhale, halfway left. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, coming all the way up, using our core to stabilize ourselves. Exhale, we're curling that back foot so it's parallel with the back edge of our mat. Rotating our hips so they're parallel with the side of our mat. Bending the front knee as we lower our arms to the sides. Warrior two, sending your gaze over your front two fingers. Inhale, drop the left arm, sending the right arm up and back. Exhale, maintain here for a moment. Inhale, come to center. Exhale, dropping that right arm forward and bringing the left arm up overhead. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, turning those toes so they are parallel, or so they're facing the side of our mat. You can let them splay out just a little bit. Inhale, arms up overhead. Exhale, sending our arms out to our sides. Our hands are actively flexed like we're pressing against a wall. We're drawing our shoulder blades down and together and sinking into this posture. Our head and Our head is still stacked over our heart is still stacked over our pelvis. You can sink a little deeper on your exhale if you want to. Using your breath to deepen this posture. Good, we're almost done. Rounding the tailbone forward. Good, exhale, come up. Inhale, drawing our hands to our hips. Opening up through our chest. Turning, you can, if your feet were splayed out a little bit, turn your toes back towards the front edge of your mat. Exhale, we are opening up through our chest as we sending our chest up and over in wide-legged forward fold. If you have a block here and you want to drop your head onto it, you can. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, coming all the way back up. Excellent. Exhale, we're going to make our way to the top of our mat. In Tadasana. Take a deep cleansing breath here. Letting all the stress of that go. Maybe wiggle your shoulders, find some looseness. Take a drink of water if you need one. Keep your chin parallel with the floor. Inhale, root to rise. Send your arms up and over. Exhale, forward fold. Plant the palms, step or hop back into plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, pressing up, upward facing dog. Exhale, sending our hips up and back, downward facing dog. Inhale, think up and over our hurdle as we come forward into plank. Exhale, lower and hover chaturanga. Good. Exhale all the way down. Make sure we're internally rotating our legs here, so all of our toes should be pressed onto the floor here. And imagine that you're squeezing a block. If you have one, you can actually put it between your thighs. Inhale, lift the chest, look forward. We're sending our arms back. We're going to bend our knees and grab our ankles. Extend our legs back as we bring our chest up in bow pose here. Exhale, release. Back down. Excellent. If you are having trouble, if you find that your knees are sore in this pose, I really recommend put a block right in between your thighs here. Take a moment to rest. Inhale, look forward, bend the knees, grab the ankles, extend the legs, and really squeeze onto that block. Good. Exhale, release. Wonderful. You can remove that block if you had it. Plant the palms, curl the toes underneath. Inhale, big breath of energy as we push up into plank. Exhale, send your hips up and back, downward facing dog. Wonderful. Send your gaze forward, come down onto your elbows. And dolphin, come down onto your forehead too. Good, drop the knees. Come up and we are going to push up into tabletop just for a moment. Take a breath here in tabletop. Exhale. We're going to come to a seated position. Wonderful. Sending our legs out in front of us, planting our palms behind us. Point your toes for this one, because as we come up into an inverted plank or reverse plank, your feet will come down onto the floor or close to it. So we're going to plant the palms. We're drawing our shoulder blades down together, opening up through the chest. Inhale, and we're going to imagine as we bridge our hips towards the sky that we're curling our tailbone underneath, that we have someone holding on to a string or to a rope that's tied to our pelvis. So, big breath of energy, and we lift up, pressing up and away from the earth. In reverse plank. Exhale, release back down. Wonderful. You can come onto the elbows here into fish pose. Curling the spine and the little back bend. Finding support in the neck. Good. On an inhale, you can plant your palms and come back up. Wonderful. Cross the legs. Walk it all on through. Extend your knees out as wide as the yoga mat. Extend your hands out as wide as the yoga mat. And then on the next exhale, send your hips down and back in extended child's pose. Listen to the sound of your breath. Inhale, send your gaze forward. Walk your palms up underneath. Walk your knees together, hip width apart. Curl the back toes underneath. Inhale, we're going to hover our knees above the mat for just a few seconds. A few breaths here. Engaging in the core as we hover our knees. Using our breath to guide us. If you're beginning to feel a shake, that prana, that energy move through you, that's excellent. A lot of times we engage muscles in yoga that we don't normally engage in everyday life. Good. On the next exhale, sending our hips up and back, downward facing dog. Inhale, send your gaze forward. Exhale, step or hop up to forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale all the way up. Send your arms up overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Plant the palms. Take a moment here in this forward fold just to explore and engage in the pose. You may walk your fingers side to side. Feel some stretch. Feel that stretch in the hips and the side body. Shake your head yes or no. Feel how that is in your shoulders and your upper back. Maybe grab your elbows behind your knees. Let your head just hang. Still have a slight micro bend in your knees. Lift your toes off the floor. We're still just pressing into all four corners of the feet. Good. Release your hands. Inhale, root to rise, coming all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart. Heel toe your knees together, zipping up through the thighs. Inhale, lift your right leg. We're going to grab onto our knee and we're going to cross our right ankle over our left thigh. Make sure you are flexing the right foot towards your shin here. Exhale, go ahead and bend that left knee. Figure four. Now there's a few things we can do here, a few variations. You can stay here, opening up through the chest. You can exhale, Drop your hands down towards the floor if you want a little bit more in the hip flexors. If you want to be adventurous here, you can hook your right ankle behind your left arm and your right knee over your right arm. Come forward, sending your gaze forward, and start trying to lift your left leg up off the ground. And balance just on your hands. No matter where you are, send your gaze, come back to work your way back up. Hands to heart. Standing up the legs straight. Exhale, releasing. Excellent, pedal it out. Inhale, root to rise, send your arms up overhead. Exhale, hands to heart. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. Inhale, lift that left knee up towards your chest. Exhale, cross the left ankle over the right thigh. Big breath here. Exhale, begin to bend that right knee. Make sure you are flexing that left foot here. We want to protect our knees. It's really important. Lift your right toes off the ground, pressing into all four corners of your feet. Now you can stay here if this feels good, or you can exhale your hands towards the floor. If you want to start working on that arm balance on this side as well, you are welcome to. Wherever you are, inhale, hands to heart. Exhale, straighten that leg and release everything back down. Tadasana, pedaling it out, finding stillness. Inhale, root to rise, send your arms up overhead. Exhale, hands to heart. Now we're going to we're going to turn so we're facing the front edge of our mat, or the side of our mat. Spread your legs about a little bit wider than hip width apart. Slight micro bend in the knees. Root to rise, exhale hands to heart, and as we exhale hands to heart, we're going to come down into a lunge, so keep your back straight as you look up. And we're going to come down here, into a squat. As we come into this squat, you can put a block or a blanket underneath your glutes if you need to, or even if your heels are coming off the ground, you can put a blanket, fold it like twice, and put it right behind your heels. Pressing your arms into your thighs as you press your thighs into your arms, creating a nice duality here. Keeping the heart open, keeping the chest open as we breathe. Good. Exhale, release your hands to the ground. And you can just come right onto your glutes and sit down. If you have that block, you can remove it. Bring your feet together. Open up your heels like a book. You can grab the front of your toes, opening up your chest and bound ankle pose. If you want a little more, you can open up through your chest and send your gaze forward. You can even take a block and put it right in front of you. So as you come forward, you can let your forehead rest on the block. We're pressing down into our thighs, into our legs with our elbows. Give yourself a nice little foot massage here if that feels good. Our feet are extremely important. They are the foundation for almost all of our movement. Good. Inhale, come back up to center. Exhale, send your hips out in front of you. You can come back to the side of your mat if you want to. We're going to inhale straight up as we press our fingertips facing forward and our palms down to the earth. Staff pose, and go ahead and give your legs a nice little massage here. Just tapping your thighs up and down. Tap your thighs up and down on your mat. Excellent. You can walk your hips forward just a little bit. Come down onto your back. Slight bend in the knees here. Inhale your knees into your chest. Wrap your arms around. Go ahead and rock side to side. Find stillness. Inhale, you can bring your palms to the back of your thighs, or you can cross your ankles and grab the outsides of your feet. We're going to bring our legs up and over, head, and then forward, rock and roll. Inhale, come up, try to hover, if you can. Sending your legs parallel, your shins parallel to the mat. In boat pose, flex those feet. You can play with pointing and flexing them. Send your arms out. Spread your fingertips wide. You can stay here if it feels good. You can put a block between your legs, between your thighs. Try to hold on to that. Will help keep your legs internally rotated. We want to keep this anatomically neutral position here. If you are shaking, excellent. It means you're working some muscles you haven't in quite some time. If you want a little bit more here, you can extend your legs out. Extend your arms up and overhead. Oh, that's a little bit too much for me. This is still, I'm having quite a time here. If you cannot breathe, you've gone too far, you can always come back and wrap your legs and support yourself with your hands behind your thighs, or even drop your feet down. Make sure you are checking in with your breath and letting your body tell you what it needs. Good. Exhale, release on down. You can take that block out from underneath. Wonderful. We're going to come back onto our backs. Walk your shoulder blades underneath your chest. You can curl your tailbone underneath. Plant the feet, bring them close to the glutes. They don't need to be like right up against it, but close to it. And if you have a block, you can put it between your thighs, or just if you don't have a block or a book, imagine that you have one and you can put it between your thighs. Planting our palms down, plant your palms onto the earth, onto your side here. And inhale, we're going to round the tailbone towards the sky, and then slowly bring each vertebrae up and off of the earth in bridge pose here. Pressing up and away. Walking the shoulder blades underneath. If you want, you can come into an arm bind, grasping your hands together, intertwining your fingers. Remember to bring your palms together, don't collapse in the wrist. Bring your palms together here so we have good support in the wrist and in the arms. Good. Exhale, release everything down, letting each vertebrae kiss the mat. Wonderful. Extend your arms out to the sides. Inhale your knees to your chest. Exhale, we're going to roll our hips side to side here. I've heard one yoga teacher refer to this as the Texas T. Inhale, come to center, drop your feet back down. Walk your shoulder blades underneath again. Plant the palms, walking your feet right behind your glutes. Inhale, curling the tailbone up towards the sky. Make sure you're walking onto your shoulder blades. We want the pressure of this pose on our shoulders, not on our spine. If you took a bind in your last pause in the last time, you can do it this time too. It's going to be the weird one. Make sure you switch your hands. It's going to be the one that doesn't feel as natural. Squeezing that block together with your thighs, not letting our knees splay out. Good. Exhale, release everything down, letting each vertebrae make contact with the earth. Wonderful. You can remove that block. Send your legs out. Keep active feet here just for a moment. We're going to take our thumbs right to our hip flexors, right here, right in that crease of our hips, and just massage them for just a moment. Wonderful. Exhale, release. Go ahead and let your arms fall into a supine position. Let your heels fall out towards your sides. Soften your gaze. Walk your shoulder blades underneath. If you want, you can grip the fleshy part of your glutes and bring that away. In Shavasana or corpse pose. Tuck your chin slightly. To create length in the neck. And listen to the sound of your breath. Allow yourself to enjoy this moment today of relaxation, where you just get to lay there and be quiet. As your thoughts start drifting into your mind, observe them, acknowledge them, and then let them go. You can always revisit them later, but right now, this time is meant for you. This is your time to relax. This is your time to remember your intention for this practice. And to take that intention, to take that goal, to send it out into the universe. And I think that's a good practice in general. Any frustrations that we come across in our day, anything that bothers us, anything that we struggle with, just give it up to the universe and see what comes back to you. Take the deepest breath that you have all day today. And then let the next breath be even deeper. Slow down that breathing even more, especially on the exhale. you'll often find that it sends like waves or a tingling sensation down your body. Maybe you're noticing an area of your body that's still stiff and sore. And you can inhale, and on the exhale, send your breath to that area. Same thing on your inhale. You can inhale breath into that area, or imagine you're doing so. Take a few deep breaths like that. Relax any tension you might be holding in the forehead, in the jaw, in the neck, in the shoulders. Maybe you're holding stress and tension in your back, or your back just hurts from sitting at a desk all day or being on your feet all day. Maybe it's your hips that are a little sore, or your knees. Our hips and our knees are very much dependent on one another. If your hips are messed up, your knees are probably messed up too. And vice versa, if your knees are messed up, your hips are probably very tight. We hold a lot of emotion in our hips. And let's be honest, with the world as it is right now, it's a very emotional time in our history. So adding that on top of personal life stressors can often make it that our hips get very, very, very tight. That's why it's very important to stretch them out and to strengthen them. And to do so gently, with love and with kindness. Good, a few more deep breaths on your own here. Excellent, and begin to start wiggling your toes, creating some movement in your body, again wiggling your fingers, starting to rotate your wrists, maybe pointing and flexing the feet. Let your eyelids flutter open, and as you do come back up, do so slowly and mindfully. Roll onto your right side first. Excellent. Come up to a cross-legged position. Inhale, hands to heart. Exhale, bring our thumbs to our foreheads. Let's bow to each other. Namaste. The light in me bows to the light in you. Thank you guys so much for being here. I really, really appreciate you participating in this practice. I hope that you have an absolutely wonderful day. Be sure to follow, and if you want to subscribe, you can. I teach yoga classes on Twitch once a week on Wednesdays, right around between 1 and 1:15 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, Pacific Daylight Time, whatever we're on right now. The daylight savings messes me up. Thank you for spending your morning or afternoon or evening with me. I hope that you have such a great day. Hi Potara, it's so nice to see you. I can't see from this far away from the screen. Regardless of what you have in store for your day, I hope that you do whatever you need to do mindfully and with strength and love and vibrancy. And I hope you guys know that you were just so wonderful, and I hope that you take some time today to appreciate and be kind to yourselves. On that note, be kind to yourself and be kind to others. I will see you guys next Wednesday between 1 and 1:15 for our next yoga practice. You guys should be able to find these videos on YouTube 24 hours after the practice. I forgot to record this one, so hopefully I can pull it off of Twitch. Hopefully. And get it out so you guys can watch it. I believe you can watch them on Twitch as well. So, cool. Thank you guys. Have a good one. I will see you next week. Bye!